Madison Square Garden has long been New York's boxing mecca. But on May 2, Fatal Fury will bring the sport to a new, iconic location.
Thank you for being here. Look, May 2nd will be one for the history books, a full-scale sanctioned professional fight held in the center of Times Square.
Hall of Fame boxer Oscar De La Hoya, whose Golden Boy Promotions has 3 fighters on the epic card, promises a historic outdoor event in the middle of New York's Times Square with up to 500,000 spectators in attendance, all for free. In the main event, Ryan Garcia takes on Rolando Romero. The junior welterweight champion Devin Haney steps up another division to face José Ramírez in the co-main. And the lineal junior welterweight champion Teofimo Lopez takes on Arnold Barboza Jr. to get the big 3 fights off to a cracking start. The event's unfathomable logistics remain unclear, and how the promoters gained permission to close down one of the world's busiest attractions was not elaborated on, but it's pretty easy to work out, really. Fatal Fury is the first US card to be promoted by Ring Magazine, which is now owned by Turki Al-Sheikh, the head of Riyadh Season and the General Entertainment Authority of Saudi Arabia. You can bet the answer to all of your questions is a lot of Saudi cash, which De La Hoya unironically claimed is some peak US pugilism.
This is what American boxing is all about. This is the highest level of boxing, especially at these weight classes.
Regardless of where it's held or who's paying for it, the card alone is enough to draw in the fight fans. In the main event, Ryan Garcia returns after a year-long PED suspension following a controversial no-contest decision against Devin Haney. Since then, he has publicly struggled with personal issues and substance abuse, but this is his chance to prove his commitment to boxing.
As far as, my problems outside the ring, I've always had those problems. I mean, I don't know who else struggles with stuff like that, but that's just something I was struggling with, and I want to just show everybody that you could come back from anything, and I want to show my dedication to sport and just be a true professional. I admit my wrongs, and I don't want anybody to, take my actions of drinking and smoking before the fight and try to, think that's a way to handle yourself as a professional.
Rolly, who has been in the ring with the likes of Gervonta Davis and Isaac Cruz, has come up in weight to face Garcia, and he likes his new division.
I called this years ago saying that me and him were going to fight at welterweight. And this is when we were both 35-pounders, so, I long outgrown 140. I definitely outgrew 135 long ago. When I was 35-pounder, I should have been a 40-pounder. When I was 40-pounder, I should have been a 47-pounder. So, I'm like all muscle.
Like Garcia, Haney has not fought since their controversial bout, and he too is moving up to fight at welterweight. They've already entered into negotiations for a rematch so long as they can both get a win. A feat easier said than done when you're about to face a former champion like José Ramírez.
I wanted to come back when I felt it was the right time. But when I came back, I wanted to fight the best fighters in the world. I didn't want to just face any regular Joe Blow. I wanted to fight a 2-time world champion like José Ramírez, and that's why we picked him.
I know what I'm capable, and comes May 2nd, I'm gonna go out there and make it a fight, man. Show the best version of José Ramírez, a bigger bull than what people have seen me fight in the last couple fights.
And in what could be the night's most intriguing fight, Teofimo Lopez faces Arnold Barboza Jr. Since claiming the WBO and lineal junior welterweight titles, Lopez knows what he needs to find the consistency that has been eluding him.
Just balance, man. I'm here to bring and restore balance to this 3D dimension world and, just take over again, like I always do. Times Square takeover.
By comparison, the undefeated WBO interim champion Barboza has been on fire.
Man, I think Teo's fighting me at the worst time he could fight me. I'm coming off of two victories in like a 5-month span. The train's hot right now. The train's going.
That's what I like.
The train's going, and I think that he I'm shocked the world again. I shocked it in Saudi, I shocked it in Manchester, and I'm gonna shock it again.
Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is set to go down this May 2 under the bright outdoor lights of Times Square in New York, New York. May the boxing gods be kind with the weather. In women's boxing, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano will clash for a third time this July 11 in a historic all-women's card at Madison Square Garden. It's only fitting that during Women's History Month that we are able to announce this must-see trilogy between two of the greatest female athletes of all time on an all-women's card, said Serrano's controversial promoter, Jake Paul. Taylor and Serrano's first two encounters were landmark events, with Taylor winning in a contentious split decision in their 2022 bout, which was the first women's fight to headline at Madison Square Garden. Their rematch last November was streamed live on Netflix as the co-main event of Paul's blockbuster letdown with former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson. Taylor successfully defended her undisputed super lightweight titles with another highly contentious decision win over Serrano. But they shattered records with 74 million average viewers globally, the most watched women's sporting event in US history. The Decider will be promoted by Jake Paul's Most Valuable Promotions and streamed live on Netflix, with the rest of the all-women's undercard to be announced in the coming weeks. Staying with the women, double Olympic taekwondo champion Jade Jones is making the transition to professional boxing, whether it's a good idea or not. My family all think I'm crazy, but people who know me know it's inside me. I love to have a fight and a scrap, explains Jones. The dream is to be a world champion. To be a world champion in two sports would be pretty cool. As a 19-year-old, Jones represented the home nation at the 2012 London Olympics and became the youngest Team GB Olympic gold medalist in history. Jones successfully defended her medal 4 years later in Rio de Janeiro and competed in the next two Olympic Games, picking up a world championship along the way. While Jones, 31, has some of the most skilled feet in all of striking today, we'll all just have to wait and see if she's got the hands to match. Maybe she should have tried MMA. And in championship results, WBA women's welterweight champion Lauren Price scored an emphatic unanimous points victory over the IBF and WBC champion Natasha Jonas to move one step closer to a fight for the undisputed title. And in the co-main, the WBC women's lightweight champion Caroline Dubois just barely retained her belt. Bomi Ray Shin took her to a majority decision, which would have been a definite loss had it gone longer than 10 two-minute rounds, because Dubois' legs were completely shot.
Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.